And now, the Serene Dominic Show, starring Serene Dominic.
All right, hello, this is Serene Dominic coming to you from ICU number 11 at Arrowhead Hospital in Glendale, where I've just had my first and hopefully only heart attack. I don't know if you can appreciate the irony of having a heart attack on Valentine's Day. It's kind of like you spend the whole day like running through stores with billions of hearts strung together, balloons, you know, like a whole entranceway of heart balloons. You eat you eat heart-shaped sandwiches and heart-shaped chocolates and heart-shaped treats, and then you have a heart attack at the end of the night. It seems kind of ironic. It's like when the Joker goes on a spree of key-stealing robberies, and then Batman winds up being in a giant key cutter at the end of it. But anyway, I'd like to thank all the people, though, at Donna Jean's Libations. They were really nice. And had I done like a show that wasn't so good, you know, the outcome might not have been so fortunate, you know. I mean, if you did a really lousy set, I think they probably would have just stepped over you and went about their business. But anyway, I'd like to thank all those people for getting me here. And this week's lightning round, well, we didn't want it to be too exciting, you know, because I'm on heart palpitation medication. So we decided to revisit some of Cris Kirkwood's more laconic answers. So here is a very heart-safe lightning round this week. Okay, Steven Adler ordered back to rehab, or Axl ordered not to make any more records?
Who's Steven Adler?
Drummer for Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, is he back in rehab?
Yeah.
You know what's neat about that? You see how Forrest, you know, Bob Forrest from Thelonious Monster was on that show with the celebrity rehab program? And there's a story there, but I won't tell it because it's creepy. But
Off camera.
Off camera, yeah, I'll tell you off camera. But let's see. So what were my choices?
Steven Adler ordered back to rehab, or Axl ordered not to make any more records.
Did you hear the new Guns N' Roses?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
Some of it's cool, and some of it sounds like Andrew Lloyd Webber.
That's cool.
Which is like, it's kind of cool on one sense, but on the other sense, it's just like...
I remember one night we played a show, and it was like punk rock was starting to like get some places, and it was mostly on the firm and able backs of the Chili Peppers, right? We played at the Greek Theater, and it was just a blast with them, right? And who should be backstage but Axl, right? And this was like it was probably like 89 or 90, right when those guys were just fucking massive. And I remember Axl was a nice guy, and he smelled really good, and he had really nice clothes, you know. And I just realized, well, alrighty then. Well, poor Steven Adler, if he's had problems, and go Axl, go, I say. You know, what else can you do?
Yeah.
It's a rough and tumble business, and a plucky attitude like that just might serve him well.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he takes another it will be another 17 years anyway before we might see him again. You know?
Did Tommy play bass on it? Because Stinson's playing bass.
Stinson's playing bass on some of it. Buckethead's playing on some of it. I mean, who knows? You know, but I don't know if anyone was left standing with that, even like second or third lineup.
I wonder. Yeah, he took a really long time to make it, right? And that was the whole thing about
years.
it. Yeah. 17?
Just about, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's
well,
wild.
I mean, not 17. I mean, like for 17 years, I mean, it should have been like, fucking a day in the life.
Well, no,
you know,
or whatever,
whatever.
I mean, you could, it just depends on what. I'm sure a lot of that time.
Look at Sgt. Pepper, 6 months, of intense studio
but still
work.
6 months. I mean, Sgt. Pepper drove John into like instant karma and all that, though. That was John's response to that stuff, though.
Yeah, but if you think about it, the whole Beatles career arc took less time than him firing Buckethead.
Right.
You know,
well,
I mean, that's what are you gonna do there?
Yeah.
All right.
But then John went in, and that's the cool thing about that stuff. How he just banged that stuff out real quick.
Yeah.
The instant karma stuff. Interesting like that. That's a more tolerable career trajectory ultimately to me, though, is to like. The Beatles definitely wrote the book on it. Put on matching little suits and all bow together and play these really appealing, really fucking well-crafted pop songs. Hit it really big and then get all fucking arty.
Yeah.
Because you can afford it. It's much I think he said it. It's easy to write songs on like a comfy cushion or something. I don't know, whatever. Anyways.
Okay. I don't know. Do you want to?
No, we're doing good here. I'm loving this.
I'm liking this. This is like we're gonna probably have to put some meandering music into this. New on SereneDominic.com, Stage Divers, a collection of people who experienced onstage injuries and the 10 most incredible onstage deaths. There's actually a lot more than you would care to admit. There's the drummer from the Beat Farmers who I think did a backward flip over his drum stool and died after a show. Jackie Wilson, of course, went into a coma. Tiny Tim was playing on a cruise ship where he bought the farm just right after his set. Yeah, it's it's quite a collection. So thankfully I have not added to the list, but there you go. Anyway, so much for that. And now excerpts from my interview with Nancy Willson of HEART. Of course, we wanted to get Nancy on the show, but her publicist said no. Actually, what she said was that they were just coming into town. They weren't going to be made up. They weren't going to have enough time to sit down and chat with us. But I did chat with her over the phone. So we've constructed a dramatization of my interview with Nancy Willson of HEART. So here is a brief bit of that wonderful interview.
Live from our Burbank studios, it's the Serene Dominic Show. Today's guest, Nancy Willson from HEART with HEART cover band. Now, Serene Dominic.
Hey, we're back. Thanks for joining us. I'm here with Nancy Willson of HEART. Hey, Nancy, it's great to see you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, but I know that we're in McCain country, so I hope you're not feeling too uncomfortable.
Oh, of course not. We're all Americans.
I finally saw your official statement during the McCain campaign about the cease and desist because he was using Barracuda without permission.
The Sarah Palin thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got so much feedback from that we decided not to issue any more statements that we didn't, or do any interviews for it because we figured somebody was going to try to paint us into a corner somehow and make us, look like, some kind of idiot entertainment people.
Yeah. In the early 90s, when HEART was embraced by all the Seattle groups like Soundgarden and Pearl Jam, you actually went quieter with your sound. Why did you do so much acoustic music in the 90s?
We just thought we'd just say our say and that would have to be done with it, and I think that was the right way to handle it.
Have you been keeping track with the Zeppelin reunion rumors? I always was wondering why they didn't contact Ann Wilson to replace Robert Plant. She'd be perfect for it. I mean, you guys have recorded over half a dozen Zeppelin covers.
Well, yeah, after the 80s, we wanted to sort of go home for a while and rethink, because the 80s were so bombastic and so very over rather quickly there at the beginning of the 90s with the Seattle explosion. So.
Right.
Being from there, we went home, we met a lot of those guys who we thought were just going to think we were some kind of bullshit, but they didn't. They were open-armed, and, we had been a big influence on them, and that's sort of one of the reasons we detached, and we went back to our own writing and our own recording, out-of-pocket kind of thing, but it was more meaningful for us at that time.
Thank you very much, Nancy Willson of HEART. And now a little bit more of the band to play us out, because it's played out Barracuda.
You're like song into the breeze. I bet you're gonna ambush me. You let me down on my knees. Now watch out, Barracuda.
Our thanks to Cris Kirkwood and Nancy Willson of HEART, and this week's music video is a song called "Me and My Big Heart," which is, as you'll see, contains footage from the show that I did at Donna Jean's Libation seconds before experiencing a heart attack. And yeah, and here it is. All right. Fuck it, I can't.
I'm not the kind of person that's just a room full of strangers. How big my bodily organs are. But I feel like we shared something, so I'm gonna talk to you about it. Yeah, my big heart, love more than we've been on. And every time you go, we're overcompensating. Yeah, my big heart. Talk amongst ourselves. There's nobody else. That's where the love is. I joined a big difference. I would hold you up to Mountain Cave. So my big heart could get it. Oh, my heart's feeling so much love. And I wanted to be woman enough for me.
This has been the Serene Dominic Show with your announcer, me, Eric Braverman. We'll see you next month.
I'm not the kind of person that's just a room full of strangers. How big my bodily organs are. But I feel like we shared something, so I'm gonna talk to you about it. Yeah, my big heart, love more than we've been on. And